let's get into the weeds then on the subject, which is, how do busy and successful lawyers leverage technology to live a better lifestyle? Because that's sort of the golden goose for a lawyer running his own firm or her own firm, or even a lawyer that is working at a firm, that could possibly leverage some technology. But what are you working or seeing? What are you seeing out there that they're struggling with? And then how are you flipping that switch?
Well, I think that's the main part, is something you just highlighted there, which is realizing that you're struggling. I call it drowning in my practice, because you'll see in many providers meetings, I know you've seen me in just social media appearances, I have a life vest that I like to wear because I like to reinforce the concept that many attorneys do not know that they're drowning. It is not normal to be at your office in front of your desk for 12 hours a day in, day out, 6 days a week. That's not normal. There's a better way to do it. The old adage of just working harder, that belongs in the past. There's technology that we can all leverage to extend our capabilities that will allow us to be more effective, more impactful, and is perfectly designed for those out there who want to do those things and spend less time working, but are not willing to take a pay cut. So just realizing that there's a better way to do that. There's a better way to be a father who's a lawyer and still be able to go see your kids' little league baseball games, or to actually have time to sit down and eat dinner with your spouse. I mean, these are things that are possible.
Yeah. And without getting too technical, Jay, what are one or two examples that you've seen where when someone put a piece of technology that you've helped them with in place, where it's made that kind of change, that kind of shift?
Calendar. So being a lawyer, having someone operate your calendar, whether it be an administrative assistant, someone who's in your support staff, or whether it be you're scheduling meetings, lunches, you should be doing the business development. If you're not, I've got a friend, his name is Steve Fretzin, he can help you out with that. But if you are doing business development, naturally you're going to have these events that you need to attend, whether they be virtual or in person. You'll need time to have intake sessions with your clients where you can ask them the critical questions and get the necessary inputs to figure out whether they have a case or not. These are all things that need to be scheduled. But what we found is that we did a study back in 2020, where I interviewed 100 and something lawyers in the Chicago area alone. And what we found is that most of them had indicated that they're spending at least 1 hour per meeting that they're scheduling, meaning the person saying, hey, I'd like to schedule a meeting, an email there. Well, you have to read that email. Then you have to think of your response and write that out. Then you have to look at your calendar and find times that you're available. And you have to put those times in the email. Then you send it. Then the person tells you, yes, I'll take that time, but they took 2 days to respond. Well, now that time slot is taken. So now you go back to your calendar. That process of scheduling meetings, it's become much easier. There's tools out there like FreeBusy. There's tools out there like Calendly. There's actually tools built into legal practice management systems that integrate, so that way there's a seamless connection between the software that a firm is already using.
Yeah.
So basically, we just look at it as, let's find the best way to make a technology ecosystem happen.